Hello student, today I will explain you class 7 chapter number 4, the ashes that made trees bloom. Student, this is a Japanese story. Before starting the chapter, I am going to tell you the meaning of ashes. Ashes is when we burn something, wood or paper, the waste which remain after burning, that is called ash. And in this chapter, how ashes made the trees bloom, we will read the chapter and we will find out. Before starting the chapter, this is a story about an honest and hardworking old couple and their pet dog. In this story, there is a couple. They are very hardworking and they have a pet. The neighbors are troublesome and the dog dies a sad death. The neighbors of these old couple who are hardworking are very troublesome and their pet dog dies a sad death. The spirit of the dog gives solace and support to his master in unexpected ways. Now, let's start the chapter. In the good old days of the daimyos, there lived an old couple whose only pet was a little dog. In the old days of daimyos, daimyos are called the landlord in 19th century in Japan. The rich and wealthy landlord. They are called daimyos. In the days of daimyos, an old couple lived in Japan with their pet dog. Having no children, they loved it as though it were a baby. The old couple had no children, so they loved their pet dog like their own baby. The old dame made it a cushion of blue crepe, and the old lady, dame means the old lady, made a blue crepe cushion for the pet dog. And at meal time, Muko, for that was its name. The name of the dog was Muko, and during the time of meal would sit on it. It sit on the cushion as snug as any cat. Snug means comfortably. As comfortably as any cat. The kind people fed the pet with tidbits of fish from their own chopsticks and all the boiled rice it wanted. And the old couple gave him the tidbits, means small pieces of fish, and fed them with their own chopstick. And they also gave it rice. Thus treated, the dumb creature loved its protectors like a being with a soul. And the dumb creature means the pet dog also loved their owners like a human child. The old man, being a rice farmer, went daily with hoe and spade into the fields, working hard from morning until Otento Sama, as the sun is called, had gone down behind the hills. The old man was a rice farmer and he daily went to his field with hoe and spade, and there he worked hard morning till evening. Otento Sama is a Japanese word. It means the sun. When the sun goes behind the hills, it means till night. Every day the dog followed him to work. Never once. And every day the dog also followed the farmer. These are the pictures of hoe and spade. Never once, harming the white heron that walked in the footsteps of the old man to pick up the worms. And the dog never harmed a white heron. White heron is a bird. When the heron comes down to pick up worm from the old man's footstep, the dog never harmed it. For the old fellow was patient and kind to everyone that had life. It means the old man was very kind to all living beings and often turned up a sword on purpose to give food to the birds, and sometimes he digged the ground to give food to the birds. One day the dog came running to him, putting his paws against his legs and motioning with his head to some spot behind. And one day, when the farmer was working in his field, his pet dog came to him running and putting his paws are the foot of animals, against the old man's legs and signing a spot behind. The old man at first thought his pet was only playing. First, the old man thought his pet was playing with him and did not mind it and did not notice anything. But the dog kept on whining and running. Whining means to make a long sound. But the dog was making a long sound and running to and fro. To and fro means here and there for some minutes. The dog was continuously making a sound and running here and there for some minutes. Then the old man followed the dog a few yards to a place where the animal began a lively scratching. After that, the old man followed the dog, and after going some yard, the dog started digging. Scratching means to start digging the ground. Thinking it was possibly a buried bone or bit of fish, the old man stuck his hoe in the ground. Now the old man thought maybe there is a fish or a bone. That's why the dog is scratching on the ground. He dug with his hoe. When lo, a pile of gold gleamed before him. Lo means the word used for surprise, and the heap of gold was shining before him. Thus, in an hour, the old couple were made rich. Now, the old couple became rich because they got a heap of gold. The good souls bought a piece of land, made a feast for their friends, and gave plentifully to their poor neighbors. Now, with this gold, the old couple brought a piece of land and gave a feast, a large dinner to their friend, and gave plentifully to their poor neighbors, and they also gave some money to their poor neighbors. As for the dog, they patted him till they nearly smothered him with kindness, and they patted their dog affectionately, lovingly for a long time. Now, in the same village, there lived a wicked old man and his wife, not a bit sensitive and kind. And in the same village, there was also a couple, an old man and his wife, but they were opposite to that couple. They were not sensitive and not kind, who had always kicked and scolded all dogs whenever any passed their house. They always kicked dogs and scolded. Scolded means to say bad words to dogs whenever they passes in front of their house. Hearing of their neighbors' good luck, they coaxed the dog into their garden and set before him bits of fish and other dainties. But when they heard about the good luck of their neighbor, they coaxed. Coax means to agree by flattering. They agreed the dog into their garden. They take their dog to their garden and set before him bits of fish and gave him fish and other dainties. Dainties means other tasty food, hoping he would find treasure for them. They were hoping that the dog also found treasure for them like the kind old couple. But the dog, being afraid of the cruel pair, would neither eat nor move. But the dog was very afraid from that cruel pair, cruel old man and lady, and the dog neither eat nor move from its place. Then they dragged him out of doors, taking a spade and hoe with them. Now the cruel old couple dragged the dog from the door, and they also take a spade and hoe with them. No sooner had the dog got near a pine tree growing in the garden than he begins to paw and scratch the ground. When the dog reached near the pine tree in their garden, the dog starts scratching with his paw foot, as if a mighty treasure lay beneath. He was scratching like that there is a large treasure. Quick, wife, hand me the spade and hoe, cried the greedy old fool as he danced with joy. Now the cruel old man was dancing with joy, and he said to his wife, quickly, give me the spade and hoe. Then the covetous old fellow with the spade and the old crone means woman, with a hoe began to dig. But there was nothing but a dead kitten. Now the greedy old man and his old wife start digging there, but there was nothing. They found the dead kitten. Kitten is the young one of cat, the smell of which made them drop their tools, and there were a bad smell. So they dropped their tools and shut their noses and closed their noses. Furious at the dog, the old man kicked and beat him to death. Now the old man was very angry at the dog. The old man kicked and beat the dog till the death. And the old woman finished the work by nearly chopped off his head with the sharp hoe. And the old woman chopped the head of the dog with the sharp hoe. They then flung him into the hole and heaped the earth over his carcass. Carcass, the dead body. After that, they flung means throw. They threw the dog into the hole and covered the hole with the mud. The owner of the dog heard of the death of his pet and mourning for him as if he had been his own child. When the kind old couple heard about the death of his pet, they started mourning as they lost their own child. Went at night under the pine tree, and the old man went under the pine tree at night. He set some bamboo tubes in the ground, such as are used before tombs. Now the old man set some bamboo tubes around the grave of the dog, in which he put fresh flowers. He also put some fresh flowers. Then he laid a cup of water and a tray of food on the grave and burned several costly sticks of incense. Now, the old man also kept water and a tray of food and also burned some costly stick for the fragrance. He mourned a great while over his pet, and he was very sad, and he was crying, mourning on the grave of the dog, calling him many dear names as if he were alive. And he was calling his pet dog with many names as he was not dead. That night, the spirit of the dog appeared to him in a dream and said, "Cut down the pine tree over my grave and make from it a mortar for your rice pastry and a mill for your bean sauce." Now, at the same night, the spirit of the dog appeared in the dream of the old man, and the dog said to the old man to cut down that pine tree and make a mortar. Mortar is a thing like bowl like thing which we use in our kitchen to crush ginger or garlic. Clear? That mortar. The spirit of the dog said to the old man to cut down the pine tree and make a mortar from that pine tree and a mill. Mortar for rice pastry and mill for bean sauce. So the old man chopped down the tree and cut out of the middle of the trunk a section about 2 feet long. Now the old man cut down the tree and take out the middle section of the tree about of 2 feet. With great labor, partly by fire, partly by the chisel, he scraped out a hollow place as big as a small bowl. Now, with the help of chisel and with the help of fire, the old man worked hard and make a small bowl. He then made a long-handled hammer of wood. He also made a hammer of the wood such as is used for pounding rice, which was using to pounding means crushing or grinding rice. When New Year's time drew near, he wished to make some rice pasty. At the time of New Year, the old man wished to make rice pastry. When the rice was all boiled, Granny put it into the mortar. When the rice boiled, Granny, the old woman, put those rice in the mortar bowl. The old man lifted his hammer to pound the mass into dough, and the old man took out his hammer and start grinding them. And his blows fell heavy and fast till the pastry was all ready for baking. And he was making pastry for baking, so he was blowing very fast. Suddenly, the whole mass turned into a heap of gold. All the mass which was the old man was crushing, it changed into the heap of gold. When the old woman took the hand mill and filling it with beans began to grind, and on the other side, when the old woman took hand mill and filled it with beans to grind, the gold dropped like rain. The gold was coming out from the hand mill. Meanwhile, the envious neighbors peeped in at the window when the boiled beans were being ground. Meanwhile, the envious neighbors peeped in at the window. At that time, the wicked neighbors peeped secretly, looked inside, the window when the boiled beans were being ground. When the old woman was grinding the beans. "Goody me!" cried the old hag. Old hag means the wicked old lady. The wicked old lady cried as she saw each dripping of sauce turning into yellow gold. When the wicked lady saw that each drop was changing into the gold, until in a few minutes the tub under the mill was full of a shining mass of gold, and in a short time the tub under the mill filled with the gold. So the old couple were rich again. Now the kind old couple again became rich. The next day, the stingy and wicked neighbor came and borrowed the mortar and magic mill. Now the wicked couple next day came to the kind couple and borrowed their mortar and magic mill. They filled one with boiled rice and the other with beans. They also filled mortar with rice and mill with beans. Then the old man began to pound and the woman to grind. Now the wicked old man also began to crush the rice and the woman began to grind. But at the first blow and turn, the pasty and sauces turned into a foul mass of worms. But when the wicked old woman and man begin to grind and crush, the rice and beans change into the mass of worms. They change into worm and giving a foul smell. Foul means a bad smell. Still more angry at this, they chopped the mill into pieces to use as firewood. Now the wicked old couple was very angry and they chopped the mill and used it as a firewood.